I can't wait to hear what Ann Coulter has to say about all this, but you don't have to wait. She's here right now, and she's got a big new book coming out. It's called Resistance is Futile. You can order it right now on Amazon. You should go do that, pre-order it, or you can go to AnnCoulter.com. Ann Coulter, how you doing? Oh, I don't hear her. Ann Coulter, are you there?
Yeah, hello. Can you hear me?
Now I can hear you, yeah.
Hello.
Hey.
I'm great. How are you, Mark Simone?
Very good. So, what do you think? Monday, that was the best day of television ever.
Yes.
After Helsinki, watching them all say the world was over. This is the end of life as we know it.
No, it's really stunning. They keep ratcheting it up, just trying to outdo one another. I was watching live when that crazy woman on MSNBC compared it to Crystal Knocked. They're really out of their minds. What's annoying is, as I was just tweeting, apparently everyone in the White House, some of us were wondering, what if it's just a few of us on Twitter defending Trump? Where is the White House communications team? No, completely silent. And in fact, as we're getting from reporting today, the White House staff was totally against Trump. As they were during the entire primary. So I'm thinking maybe Trump should see who does the hiring at the White House, and maybe rearrange some things. I think it would be a good idea when the entire world is against you to at least have your White House staff be supporters of yours.
Well, when they said the whole swamp, all the deep state, everybody, all D.C. said, this is not how it should be done. This is not what we would have done. Good. That's what we're paying for. Somebody to do it differently.
That's right. I mean, a few things about this. The remark they particularly settled on, and it was pretty much everything Trump ever says they're hysterical about, unless he's giving in to them, was when he got to the part about the intelligence agencies tell me that Russia hacked the DNC, but Putin, I asked him about it, he strongly denies it, and I don't know why Russia would have hacked them. It was, for one thing, it's called diplomacy. The idea that Trump was supposed to get up on the stage and, I don't know, challenge Putin to an arm wrestle, slap him on international TV. Could we compare, Jimmy Carter hugging and kissing actual Soviet dictators, FDR with Stalin? Remember what the things Trump said about Kim Jong-un, as I knew he would. An incredible person. Yeah. He loves his people. A, this is Trump's style. B, this is what you do at a meeting of world leaders. So I think that was partially, I suppose he could have dropped the line about, and I don't know why they would, but the hysteria on that is, how dare he not believe our intelligence agencies? How many times do our intelligence agencies have to be 180 degrees wrong before we're allowed to say, we'd at least like to see the evidence?
Yeah, also remember John Kerry, the whole 2004 campaign was taking Iraq's side and not they claim the CIA lied about WMD.
Oh, yes. I seem to recall Democrats having criticized our intelligence agencies in the very recent past, not to mention just an entire string of failures. Another glaring one that I suspect your listeners will remember is none of our intelligence agencies or our domestic law enforcement saw 9/11 coming. They didn't see Fort Hood coming. They didn't see the Boston Marathon after being warned by whom? Oh, our greatest political enemy, our greatest geopolitical foe, Russia. Russia repeatedly warned American intelligence agencies about the Tsarnaev brothers. Our intelligence agencies blew it off. The idea that this is like challenging mother and apple pie to question our intelligence. And I'd also just say about the whole thing, wouldn't be terribly surprised if the Russians were behind these attacks. I mean, everyone that was the big issue with Hillary's private server. That the Russians have it, the Chinese have it. We know that generally Russia and China are the assumed culprits in all kinds of hacking, and there's been really much worse hacking than The DNC's emails. The idea that this is an attack on our country to send a phishing email to John Podesta is so preposterous.
Also, Obama's whole 2008 campaign was against the CIA. He took Al-Qaeda's side when it comes to harsh interrogations. He was against the intelligence community.
No, that's right. That's right. It's really, they've gone out of their minds. Also about this female Russian spy. You were probably going to ask me about her next.
I was? Okay, yes. What about her? What female spy?
Okay, this woman they arrested this week for palling around with some NRA members, and trying to get involved in political activities while communicating with her former bosses back in Russia. And she's a spy. She's a spy. Is Jorge Ramos a spy? How about Sheldon Adelson? I mean, what you mostly notice about the Russians is, probably because of their closed culture and 50 years of communism, is how ham-handed they are. I mean, every other country on earth our country is swarming with people working on behalf of foreign countries, and I don't see anyone going wild about that.
Yeah, and I don't know. The whole thing is ridiculous. They always think they got him. This is it. This is going to take down Trump.
Yeah.
Whether it was the Gold Star family, Rob Porter, Stormy Daniels, travel ban, and the separated kids, they're all yelling at each other. How come we can't get on TV anymore? We're forgotten about.
Right. Well, what happened with that, glad you brought that up, after a week of MSM total hysteria on, the children, Trump's poll numbers went up among Hispanic voters.
Yeah, so, someone at MSNBC ran around saying, dump the kids, no more of these kids, it's not working, switch to something else. So.
Yeah, I must say I'm very impressed with the voters for not falling for the children. But what happened on Monday was I haven't seen anything like that level of hysteria since the Trump's proposed Muslim ban on my birthday, 2015. Thank you, my best birthday gift ever. President Trump, candidate Trump back then. So I was just skimming through Nexus. I tweeted a few statements. Everyone, it's the exact same people who condemned Trump for the Muslim ban, which, by the way, is his most popular policy among all groups of Trump supporters. The Muslim ban, which
it's not a Muslim ban; it's a ban on certain countries that don't have any vetting for who's coming in.
Yes, but you will allow me to affectionately refer to it as the Muslim ban.
Well, but most of the major Muslim countries are not included in the ban.
Yeah, I know. I consider that a flaw in the plan. In any event, I was looking through Nexus, and it's all the same Republicans, all the same commentators. On that particular day on MSNBC, obviously, since it was my birthday, I had to go out. I was kind of depressed. I wanted to stay home and watch MSNBC have nervous breakdowns. But, Lawrence O'Donnell and Rachel Maddow, the big question was, not question, but it was how are they going to do it? Well, obviously Trump can't be included in the next Republican debate. They're going to have to get rid of him. I mean, it was like a crisis for the country. Their ability to turn anything into a crisis is so preposterous. And to listen to Democrats, of all people, after their 50 years of sucking up to actual dictators, actual Soviet communist dictators. As you'll see in my column, I don't think I mentioned this part. When FDR was sucking up to the greatest mass murderer in history, Joseph Stalin, he was expressly dissing Churchill at Yalta, at Tehran. Trump goes to Europe and makes the blatantly obvious point that the voters voted for Brexit. You should implement it. And number two, I really liked Europe. Too bad you guys are wrecking it with migration. And he said it nicer than I just said it. I'm just summarizing it very quickly. That's supposed to be a vicious attack on our allies. And then he sucks up to a Russian dictator. I haven't heard the leader of Russia called a dictator until Putin came along. I don't think Brezhnev was called a dictator.
Or Gorbachev.
Right. Certain, no, not Stalin. No, he was Uncle Joe.
Yeah, I hate to say we're out of time, but everybody should get Ann Coulter's new book called Resistance is Futile. When does it actually come out?
Thank Thank you for asking. August 21st.
But you go to Amazon, pre-order it, and you'll get it before then. It's Ann Coulter's new book. It's coming out very soon.
The first book signing will be that Sunday on the Upper East Side of New York City.
Oh, all right. So Ann Coulter's new book, Resistance is Futile. Go to Amazon.com or go to AnnCoulter.com. You can get her new column there. Follow Ann Coulter on Twitter and Facebook and all that stuff. And Ann Coulter, thanks for being with us.
Good to talk to you, Mark Simone. Bye-bye.
All right. Take care.